Okay, hello everybody. I'm going to go over a couple things that are going around on YouTube and other places that I've heard things and things from my past experience. I'm going to talk about lease purchasing. In my own opinion, I would not do it due to Prime Inc. burnt me. They don't pay deadhead miles. I'm telling you, I was only making $12 paychecks, and sometimes I wasn't bringing home nothing. They'd like to deadhead me from Spencer, Iowa back to Springfield to get a different trailer due to there was nothing in that area. Now I know they have walkaway lease, but then on the other hand, you may never own your truck by the end of any lease out there. Most of them have a big balloon payment at the end, let alone some companies, you can only feel where they want you to feel at. So if you're going down, you can't pick your own spot at some of these lease purchasing places. Or they'll give you a suggestion and say, hey, you can get it at our rate, but you're still very high out there. Another thing is the maintenance. Now when I was at Prime, I had a nail get shoved in my tire on my second week there. I know they have a tire account, but I'm telling you, it's not worth it. And my next point is healthcare. Now, they may offer healthcare, but I'm telling you, it's probably going to be more than what the other drivers that are company drivers are paying. And if you have to pay health care on your kids, then you need to have a job that offers health care, and these purchasing places know this, and they're going to hike up the prices on you. The next thing is lack of freedom. You don't get freedom. You're going to have to sit there and run that truck till the tires fall off. A lot of it's deadhead miles that you don't get paid for. Some of it might be downtime that you have to wait to get a load. A lot of companies out there that are lease purchasing, you gotta go where they want you to go, and they're probably only going to give you 3 loads to pick from. And after that, well, if you don't pick one of those, they're probably going to give you something that you don't want. Right now, there's a lot of lanes that ain't paying very well. Lease purchasing, they're getting the loads that are very high in weight and probably loads that company drivers didn't want to do and they said no to, and now that you're the lease purchasing person, you're probably going to have to accept that load. I know there for a while the freight was very slow. I'm still assuming freight's very slow still. Let's hope the freight picks up for everybody. But right now, I don't know if I go into a lease purchasing program due to the freight. You may be sitting 3-4 days till you get a load that actually pays. Once you get into a truck and start doing a lease purchasing, you got to have money coming in right then and there. You probably can't have downtime due to your payments going to come in like the next week. A lot of the new trucks have been breaking down recently. Rather it's the DEF, rather it's something under the engine. You're responsible for it. You gotta fix what breaks down. And if it breaks down within the first month, then it's gonna crush you because you ain't gonna have the backup money right away. Maybe you do, but most people that go out there don't have $10,000 to throw into a new motor that just broke, or the DEF broke, or whatever the case may be. Maybe the tires went bad. Maybe you ran through a shipper or receiver that had a bad parking lot. Maybe you went into a truck stop that someone threw all their trash out of the trailer. You didn't see it. It's late at night and you ran all over the wood. Now your trailer tires are bad and a lot of companies make you pay for that trailer while you lease it. Now, one that I do know of is if you go to some of these companies that are lease purchasing in, let's say, Chicago, they will mess with your logs to where you have hours. Now, the DOT goes in there, looks at your logs, and sees a discrepancy between this time and this time. You're reliable for that time that's missing, or that you were driving longer if they find it. And it's gonna come back and hurt you at the end of it. It's not worth running more hours than you have or don't have. Last point is home time. You're probably gonna go home very little. Maybe you'll pass through the house. Maybe you live on a major highway that you're gonna be going back and forth with your lane. But I'm telling you, there's probably gonna be little home time due to everything that you're responsible for and they're not for that truck. Now, I'd say go to a bank, go get your own truck, run it the way you want to run it, and not run it for these companies that are willing to pay little to no money.